Hello. The following that I'm about to show y'all is coming from CNN. And it's following the GOP Tea Party debate on September 12th, 2011, or post 9/11 Monday. So let's check out a segment that's called Keeping Them Honest.
Well, candidates for office on both sides of the political aisle sometimes or oftentimes say things that are not factually correct. Maybe it's a case of stretching the truth, or sometimes they make statements that are just flat out wrong. And a debate is the perfect setting to test the accuracy of what candidates say on a variety of issues. So keeping them honest tonight, Tom Foreman monitored the debate to see if any of the candidates played fast and loose with the facts. Tom, what at this point have you looked at?
Well, Anderson, we've looked at a lot of things. We'll have a lot of them over the next 24 hours and on CNN.com, looking at many, many things here. One big one, though, that we wanted to point out came fairly early on when all the candidates were going after the president over jobs. Listen to what Rick Perry said.
He had $800 billion worth of stimulus in the first round of stimulus. It created 0 jobs. $400+ billion in this package, and I can do the math on that one. Half of 0 jobs is going to be 0 jobs.
That was the kind of red meat out there that got people very excited. So in a nutshell, what the governor is saying is that the stimulus created 0 jobs, but the Congressional Budget Office, which is very trusted here, says that's just not the case. They say it's between 1.4 and 3.3 million jobs were either created or saved by the stimulus program. I realize that sounds squishy because it's a very broad range, but many independent economists also say there's no question that jobs, work, was created or protected by the stimulus spending. So as much as the governor would like to say his statement is true, when we look at it, we have to say no. That is flat out false. The stimulus did create some jobs, maybe not as many as they wanted, but it did create jobs. You also heard all of the governors out here, Anderson, over and over again talking about the jobs created in their state under their governorship. Important fact to look out there, look at the national trends while they were governors, because in fact some of them created jobs, but sometimes the whole national trend was for creating jobs, or maybe they lagged behind the federal government. It gets very squishy in those numbers. Anderson?
We'll continue checking with you, and we said we'll be doing this over the next 24 hours, checking the facts of what the candidates said. Candidates took President Obama to